We're with John Kelly. John Kelly is a personal injury attorney in Phoenix, Arizona. He's agreed to answer some questions related to motorcycle accidents. For the people who posted your questions, we're going to get back to you right in this video. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, you can obviously reach out to John directly, but he's also is going to allow people to post their questions in the comment section below. All you have to do is post your comment for your question, and Dave or John will get back to you with his answers. With that said, John, let's go into our first questions. This one was from Steven. Steven says, do motorcycle cases provide any different compensation levels than car accident cases?
Well, that's a good question. In Arizona, the underlying laws for compensation are no different in a truck accident, a car accident, a motorcycle accident. They are all governed by the same laws. Motorcycles do present some different circumstances which actually change the compensation levels we typically see. Motorcycles are less stable, they're less visible, often they're high performance, and coupled with the driver being more exposed to the elements, they typically result in worse injuries. Because the injuries are worse, the amounts of compensation that we see in these cases are typically larger. But other than the amount of injuries, the actual laws that govern these injuries are all the same.
Okay, all right. The next question was from Randy. Randy says, I was hit by a truck while riding my motorcycle. I do have minor injuries, but it was completely his fault. What factors would be considering in determining my compensation?
Well, in any motorcycle accident, there's several factors that your attorney will want to sit down with you and determine before we can start talking about what compensation you would be able to get from it. The minor injuries, you know, is a subjective answer. So we need to know what he considers minor. You know, are we talking broken bones? Are we talking scraped skin? You know, there's a lot of different injuries that could happen that could be considered somewhat minor. Were the injuries all related to the accident is another question. Was there any pre-existing injuries that were there? Was there any property damage to the motorcycle? Was there any missed work? And then one of the most important question is does he have insurance? And did the person that caused the accident have insurance? So these are all questions that, and there's more, that need to be gone through in detail before we can start determining how we can get to compensation and how much it would be. Okay,
all right. And the final question we have was from Alex. Alex says, I was hit by a truck while riding my motorcycle. Oh, excuse me, that was the wrong one. Alex, I was on I-10 west of town and ended up laying down my bike to avoid hitting a couch on the road. I did spend some time in the hospital. Can I go after anyone for leaving this on the road? Do I have any recourse?
Believe it or not, he likely does have some recourse. First, he needs to make sure that he calls the police and makes a report of the accident. That's one of the most important things that he can do. Because we don't know who left the couch on the road, we would need to look at Alex's own insurance to see if he has uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. So that uninsured motorist coverage comes into play when we have a phantom object or a phantom vehicle that causes the injury. Hopefully he will have that motorist coverage in his own insurance policy. Then he'll need to make a claim with his own insurance company to get him that compensation for his injuries. However, he should still talk to an attorney because he wants to make sure he's making all the necessary claims to his own insurance company, and he's telling them the right information so that he can maximize his compensation.
All right. Well, that was the last question. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post them in the comments section below, or you can reach out to John directly. John, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ryan.